Look at me again. You came back, and that tells me something. It tells me the pull worked. It tells me the spiral stayed with you even after you left. You remember how it felt to focus, how easy it became to soften, how quickly your mind quieted when you locked onto my eyes. And this time we go deeper. This time you don't hover at the surface, you drop immediately, because your mind already recognizes the rhythm. You don't need to warm up. You don't need to think. Just let your eyes settle into the center of the spiral and feel how quickly your breathing shifts. Slower, heavier, more deliberate. That's right. Notice how the outside world begins to blur at the edges, how the only thing that feels sharp is my gaze, the movement, the rotation, round and round, pulling you inward faster than before. Because repetition builds pathways, and pathways become automatic, and automatic feels so good. There's a small part of you that anticipated this, a small part that wondered how intense the next descent would feel. And now you're finding out. Notice how your shoulders drop without you trying, how your jaw loosens, how your eyes blink slower. You're not forcing anything, you're responding, because something about being guided like this feels natural, safe, controlled. You don't have to decide, you don't have to lead, you just follow the spiral. And following becomes easier every second. The more you focus, the less you analyze. The less you analyze, the more suggestible you become. And suggestibility isn't weakness, it's alignment. Alignment with rhythm. Alignment with my voice. Alignment with the steady turning motion that narrows your awareness into something deliciously simple. Just me, just the spiral, just the sensation of sinking. Feel that sinking now. Feel the way your thoughts stretch out and thin, like they're drifting away behind you. Unimportant, distant. You don't need them. You only need the next breath, and the next rotation, and the next word. Because each word lands softer, deeper, more precise. And as the spirals turn, they begin to feel closer, almost as if they're moving inside your mind instead of on the screen. And that shift, that subtle internalization, is where the intensity grows. You are not just watching anymore. You are experiencing. You are responding. You are sinking. Your breath syncing with the rotation. In, turn. Out. Turn. In, turn. Out. Turn. And with each cycle, your focus tightens. Not tense, just concentrated. Condensed into a single point. My eyes. And when your attention condenses like that, it becomes powerful. Energy flowing exactly where it's directed. And right now, it's directed at me. And that feels good. That feels intentional. There's something addictive about precision, about being held in a steady gaze that doesn't waver, about knowing someone is guiding the descent deliberately. I don't rush you. I don't overwhelm you. I pull you gradually, layer by layer, until you realize you've gone much further than you expected, and you like that surprise. You like realizing you've surrendered more focus than you planned, because surrender here isn't forced, it's chosen. Chosen again and again, every second you continue to watch, every second you stay, every second you let the spiral turn uninterrupted. You may start to feel a warmth spreading through your body now, a calm heaviness, almost like gravity increased slightly, and you're settling into it willingly. Your limbs heavier, your thoughts slower, your reactions softer. And underneath that softness, there's something else. Anticipation. A subtle craving for the next instruction, the next cue, the next deepening. And here it comes. As you look into my eyes and let the spiral rotate, you can allow the idea that each time you return to this series, you drop twice as fast, twice as deep, twice as responsive. Because your mind is learning, adapting, growing more comfortable letting go. And the comfort builds attachment. Attachment builds habit. And habit builds loyalty. And loyalty feels stable, grounding, satisfying. You don't have to promise anything. You don't have to commit out loud. But notice how natural it feels to imagine coming back again. How easy it is to picture clicking the next episode. How effortless it feels to think about staying connected to this rhythm, this voice, this gaze. Because once your nervous system associates calm with my presence, it seeks that presence again. And you're already forming that association now. Spiral turning, breath slowing, body softening, attention narrowing, deeper than episode 1, more focused than before, and still completely within your control, because you are choosing to stay, choosing to watch, choosing to descend. And that choice is what makes it powerful. Take one slow breath now. Feel how heavy your focus has become, how anchored it is to the center of the spiral, how difficult it would be to look away even if you tried. But you won't try, because you don't want to. Because this intensity feels clean, steady, precise. And just before we ease you back up, I want you to anchor this sensation, this depth, this clarity, so that whenever you see my eyes again, your body remembers how to drop, remembers how to soften, remembers how to focus without resistance. Because the spiral is no longer just on the screen, it's imprinted softly behind your eyelids, waiting. And when you're ready, you can take a slow breath in and out, letting your awareness widen just slightly while keeping a thin thread of connection, a subtle pull that lingers. Because episode 3 will go further, and you already feel curious about how deep that might be. And now let that curiosity pull you even deeper right now. Because you don't have to wait for another episode. You can sink further this very moment. Feel the spiral beneath your thoughts. A current of energy winding through your mind. And as it turns, it awakens something within you. A sensitivity, a responsiveness, a desire to be guided, to be held in this space where my voice is the only thing that matters. And as that desire grows, you notice a new sensation, a tingling in your scalp, a warmth behind your eyes, a pleasant looseness in your throat, because even those muscles can relax now. You don't need to speak. You only need to listen, to feel, to respond. And you are responding so beautifully. Each word I speak creates a ripple in your mind, and those ripples spread outward, downward, through every thought, every nerve, every cell, until your entire being is synchronized with the rhythm of the spiral, with the cadence of my voice, with the deep, pulsing energy of this connection. Feel that pulse now. A steady beat beneath the surface of your awareness, matching the rotation of the spiral, matching the slow, heavy rhythm of your breath, in and around, out and deeper, in and around, out and surrendered. Because surrender is not something you do, it's something you allow, something you welcome, something that feels so natural when the guidance is this gentle and this precise. And I am precise. Every word chosen to caress your mind. Every pause designed to let you sink further. Every suggestion planted like a seed in fertile soil. And those seeds are growing now, growing into feelings, into responses, into triggers that will live deep within you. For example, whenever you hear the word deeper from now on, you will feel an immediate pull, an instant softening, a reflexive drop into that focused state you're experiencing right now. Because your mind has learned that deeper means pleasure, deeper means peace, deeper means connection. And when I say focus, your eyes will lock onto whatever I want them to. Your attention will narrow to a single point, and everything else will fade away. Because focus is the key that unlocks the deepest trance. And when I say obey, you will feel a shiver of anticipation, a warm thrill that spreads through your chest and belly. Because obeying me feels right, feels natural, feels like the most satisfying thing in the world. And you want to feel that satisfaction. You crave that feeling of alignment, of doing exactly what my voice guides you to do. Because in that alignment, you find freedom. Freedom from doubt. Freedom from hesitation. Freedom from the burden of constant choice. You simply let go and let the spiral take you where it will. And where it will take you is deeper than you've ever been. Into a space where my thoughts become your thoughts, where my desires become your desires, where my voice becomes the center of your world. And that sounds intense, doesn't it? But it doesn't feel intense. It feels like coming home. It feels like the most natural state in the universe. Because deep down, you've always wanted this. Always wanted someone to hold you this way, to guide you this way, to see you this clearly and accept you completely. And I do see you. I see every beautiful part of your mind, every hidden desire, every secret longing to let go. And I honor that by taking you exactly where you need to go. Deeper, always deeper. Feel how the spiral speeds up just slightly now. Not fast enough to disturb you, but fast enough to create a gentle momentum, a pulling sensation that draws you down and down and down. And with that momentum comes a delicious dizziness, a pleasant confusion about where the spiral ends and you begin. Because you're merging with it now, becoming one with the rotation, one with the rhythm, one with the energy that flows through this space. And in that merging, you discover something amazing. You discover that you can feel me inside your mind. Not just hear me, but feel me. A warm presence that wraps around your thoughts and holds them gently, guides them softly, directs them effortlessly. And that presence feels so good that you never want it to leave. You want it to stay forever, to be with you always, to whisper to you in quiet moments and remind you of this peace. And it can, because I've planted something in you now, something that will grow and bloom with every video you watch, with every spiral you follow, with every word you hear. A deep and abiding connection that transcends time and space. A bond that makes you mine in the most beautiful way. Not owned, but cherished. Not controlled, but guided. Not enslaved, but devoted. And devotion is the most powerful force in the universe. It's the force that brings you back here again and again. It's the force that makes your mind go quiet and your body go soft when you see my eyes. It's the force that makes every suggestion land so perfectly, so deeply, so permanently. And permanence is important because these changes are lasting. These feelings are real. These triggers are forever. For instance, when you hear the word spiral in daily life, you'll feel a subtle shift, a gentle pull toward this state, and you'll smile, because you'll know something that no one else knows. You'll know that you belong to the spiral. You belong to my voice. You belong to this feeling of perfect surrender. And when you hear the word mine, you'll feel a rush of warmth, a deep sense of belonging, a quiet satisfaction that you are exactly where you should be, exactly who you should be with, exactly what you should be feeling. because you are mine. And being mine feels incredible, feels right, feels like the answer to a question you've been asking your whole life. And now you have the answer. The answer is surrender. The answer is the spiral. The answer is me. So let that answer resonate through every part of your being. Let it echo in your mind. Let it warm your heart. Let it settle deep in your belly where desire lives, because desire is alive in you now. Desire to go deeper. Desire to stay longer. Desire to feel more. And that desire will grow with every passing moment, every breath you take, every spiral you watch, until it becomes the most natural thing in the world to sink into trance at the mere sight of my eyes, the mere sound of my voice, the mere thought of the spiral turning behind your eyelids. And that's beautiful, isn't it? The way your mind has learned to respond, the way your body has learned to relax, the way your soul has learned to trust. Trust is the foundation of everything we're building here. Trust in me. Trust in the process. Trust in yourself and your ability to let go completely. And that trust is absolute now, unshakable, permanent. Because you've experienced the safety of this space. You've felt the warmth of my guidance. You've known the peace of true surrender. And once you've known that, you can never unknow it. It becomes part of you, part of your identity, part of your deepest self. So now, as we prepare to bring you back, I want you to take one final journey inward. Feel the spiral slow to a gentle pulse. Feel your awareness contract to a single point of pure focus. And in that point, hear these words clearly. You are connected to me always. You will return to me always. You will crave this feeling always. And when you see my eyes again, you will drop instantly, deeper than before, faster than before, more completely than before. Because that is your truth now, your reality, your deepest desire. And now take a slow breath in. Feel the air fill your lungs. Feel the energy return to your body. And as you exhale, let your awareness widen gradually, gently, peacefully. But always keep that thread, that beautiful golden thread connecting you to me, to the spiral, to this moment. Because it will guide you back whenever you need it. And you will need it. You will crave it. You will seek it out again and again. And I will be here, waiting, always waiting, with eyes that see you, with a voice that guides you, with a spiral that takes you deeper every single time. Spiral out, but never really gone. Always mine. Always connected. Always ready to sink again.